Good morning, comic fans. You're with the Comic Push at the Comics Club, Tampa and Brandon's favorite comic gaming store. It is Wednesday, the second Wednesday of February, and Valentine's Day. Happy Valentine's Day, everyone. I hope you have a Valentine of your own. If you don't, well, come and buy some comic books. That'll keep you comforted. Comic books will never lie to you. Comic books will never fail you. Comic books will always be there to show love to us. So comic books. You know, we love comic books mainly because of the great stories. And then the art, too. Those two things are almost perfectly balanced between what we love and what we love more about comic books. So one of my favorite things about comic books this past 20 years has been something that has gained huge following now, and that is blank comic book covers. Blank comic book covers, the earliest one I was able to find was way back in, what was it? Let me see if I can find my notes here. Way back in 1988, DC Comics was supposed to have a cover for Wasteland number. I think it was Wasteland number. They accidentally published the cover to Wasteland number 6 on Wasteland number 5. So when Wasteland number 6 came out, they just published it with just a little border on one side and blank mostly. It was, I don't know if that was the very first blank comic book. I've tried to find what was the very first blank comic book, and I have yet to be able to find that. Hold on a second. So what we have a lot of going on today. What I want to show you is a couple examples of blank comic books. Blank comic books, sometimes they are introducing an exclusive like this, exclusive preview of Masters of the Universe. And sometimes they go way up in value. This Invincible here, number 111 blank, this book is $50. So sometimes just the blank, you know, people use them to get sketches done by artists, to get to get autographs all over it from all the artists and writers. Some people use it to do their own art on here and sell them. My daughter does that. Lots of other people do it. We've sold lots of my daughter's comics this way. And, you know, they're from all kinds of comics, Star Wars, independent companies like Invincible, and Marvel did Venom. They've just done so many different ones, and there's so many out there that we've decided to take all the ones we have, gather them all together, and put them in boxes on the floor. Now we have 2 long boxes of blank cover comics because there's been such a demand for them. But blank cover comics weren't always just the blank cover. I mean, sometimes companies will give it a little border, like on this one, or Atomic Robo. These blank covers with borders around them. Secret Invasion. Another one. And sometimes they're not just all white. Here's the King in Black one that was all black. And Magic the Gathering, this one's purple. There was a Hulk one that was green. This is Bloodborne, it's all red. And DC's been doing reprints, facsimile editions of some of their most key books in history, Detective, Batman, All-Star Comics. But another thing that they've been doing with that, they're giving the regular cover, a foil version of that cover, and then a blank. So we got Detective cover, blank, Batman number 1, blank, draw your own version of what you think the Batman cover should have looked like. All-Star Comics, winter issue was the first issue. And so, I mean, and then sometimes they will give you a little bit of adornment. Like you see a little bit of a splashed ink on the Mickey Mouse Walt Disney comic. That's their thing, ink. So I hope everybody's having a wonderful Valentine's Day. Last but not least, Planet Comics put out a blank cover comic that's also totally blank inside. So you can draw your entire comic book yourself on the inside of that blank comic book. So, blank comic books. That's our wall books of the week and a whole new section in our store. How you doing there, Juan? Good morning, everybody. Hope everybody's doing well. Blank cover comic books are all the rage. There's more and more of them being put out. They're just a great idea because you can have your favorite artist or writer, if you get them to do a sketch for you, do your own art, have your kids do their art for them. One guy did a clever thing. He took his newborn baby's hand and footprints. I think just footprints. I'm not certain. Anyway, and had it actually CGC'd. And so he had a 9.8, I believe, with the little kid's, his own child's footprints on there and little thing on there. It was a pretty clever idea. So as promised, every week this month we're going to have prize drawings. This week's prize drawings, we have 2 of them, and we're going to have one winner that's going to get the Human Target trade paperback. And we also have the 7 Soldiers of Victory. This is volume 2. If you have volume 1, well, this is perfect. So everybody who was on the list or everybody who left comments in previous videos all the way back to the beginning of December are on the wheel of winners. So let's get right to it. Our winners to be, let's shuffle it up here a bit. And let's see who our winners to be will be. Let me get me back in the picture because I know you love to see my smiling face. So let's see who our winner is going to be. Let's shuffle it up and go. This is for Human Target. Human Target. Who will win? Who will be our winner today for Human Target? A lot of names on there. A lot of names. A lot of duplicates. Who's it going to be? Who's it going to be this week? It looks like we have. Whoa, it's so close. Brian Greeno, congratulations. Congratulations, Brian. This copy of Human Target is here for you. I know you're local, so we're gonna put that in your box. It'll be all set for you. We're gonna remove. Let's see here. Where we get back over here? Here we go. Gonna remove all instances of him, and we're going to shuffle it up again and go. And who's going to win? Remember to get your name in this. You got to leave a comment down below after the show. Comments during the show are appreciated, but comments down below are the ones that get you in the prize draw. Chat comments, but you have to leave a comment down below. Who's going to be? It's going to be Frank. Frank, no. Thank you, 5-1. You are winning. You're winning all along. Frank, you always winning. Congratulations to Frank, and congratulations to Dr. Greeno. Congratulations, guys. Thank you so much. I know you're both locals. We really Green Label, yes. You're asking about that one. There's some of them that have done different colored covers. Not a green label. Did I say your label? Is green cover. So some of them have done different covers. There was a green cover done on one of the Hulks, I believe. That shot up in value. People immediately looked at because it was one of the rare variants, I guess. So congratulations to everybody. Yes, indeed. So there are our winners for this week. And we have a whole bunch of stuff to get through. And there's a great big stack of comics this week. And lots of fun. We got about 10-inch stack of comic books going here, guys. But before we get into the comic books, let's see what trade paperbacks and stuff we got in here. We got volume 7 of Something is Killing the Children coming at us here. And we also have a Spider-Verse across the multiverse. Everything you ever want to know about the Spider-Verse is in here. Collects all kinds of different comics, Edge of the Spider-Verse and Spider-Verse and just all kinds of great Edge of the Spider-Verse stuff in there. If you're a fan of that series, we also have The Great Gatsby Illustrated. This beautiful gold and foil cover, and then inside it's the novel, but there's some illustrations sprinkled in throughout. Let's see here. So you get the novel, but you also get some illustrations, which of course we love the artwork with our stories. It's not a comic book, but one of the greatest novels of all time. I mean, I don't think anybody would argue that. Some people didn't like this, but I know some people in my own world didn't really care for The Great Gatsby, but others loved it, like me. Great story. Thank you, F. Scott Fitzgerald. We appreciate it. Night Terrors, Dark Nightmares hardcover. This was a very successful series. DC's horror stuff has done really, really well. How you doing, BX Dad of 3? Good to see you. Happy V-Day. And we got Juan Hernandez. Meant the hand of the footprint. Okay, what you were talking about. All right. Yeah, it was not on. It was That hand and footprint was on a blank cover comic book. I don't know which comic it was, but he had his own kids then. And he had it graded, which I thought was pretty cool. So I had this beautiful, hermetically sealed comic book with his kids' footprint on there and information about the kid's birth and everything. So let's get into the variant cover comic books today. We've got Displaced number 1. This is a unlockable, which means 1 per store. If you're lucky enough to get one, it's 1 per store. Firefly fans will be happy. The Firefly, the Fall Guys, number 5, 1 in 10. That's the doctor who's trying to escape the government with his sister, who's got all kinds of mad skills for killing. Transformers, issue number 5 from the new series. Hey, poor Mike, good to see you. Thank you so much for joining us. And this is issue number 5 and 1 in 10 variant cover. Creep Show, Joe Hill. Anybody know who Joe Hill is? He's gotten a pretty big following in comic books now. He's got all kinds of horror stuff out there, Basket Full of Heads and other stuff he did for DC. This is Joe Hill's Wolverton Station. If I can spit the words out of my mouth, I'd learn how to talk. Wolverton Station. This is a 1 in 10 variant cover. What a great cover. And that's Stephen King's son, by the way. Joe Hill, if you didn't know. The famous horror writer. Vengeance of Moon Knight, number 2. This is a 1 in 25, and it gets a horizontal treatment. Look at that. You know, most of our comics are like this, but this one is like this. Every once in a while, they'll do one of those like that. Look at that. So any of these be good Valentine presents. If there's anybody out there who has a Valentine who's into comic books, well, here's your chance to get them these great comic books. This is Miles Morales Spider-Man, number 16, a 1 in 25 variant. Hey, Steve, you still with us? What's the temperature up there where you are? Is it freezing cold still? He's in Virginia, I believe. And poor Mike, you're local, but BX Dad of 3, he's out in Arizona now. Is it warm out there? Is it cold? What's the temperature, guys? Tell us. Here in Florida, it's a little chilly today. We're only getting into the 60s. How crazy is that? Wolverine, Sabretooth War storyline going on. This is number 43, and it is a 1 in 25. Fall of the House of X, issue number 2, 1 in 25. Amazing Spider-Man, number 43. This is a 1 in 25. Who is that character on the cover? It looks familiar, but I'm not certain. Anybody know? Those horizontal comics and covers are considered sideways glory. And it's 51 degrees up in Virginia. You can have that action. I'm not interested. Cold is a nice place to visit, but I wouldn't want to live there. All right. What else we got going here? Let's see. Well, who should we jump into first? DC's had its fair share of abuse recently. It's trying so hard to find a path to make fans happy. It's 49 degrees out there in Arizona. What the heck is that? I thought you had deserts out there in Arizona. I thought it was warm. What happens? It's dry, I guess. Not really warm. What do you think? Batman, City of Madness, the oversized, giant-sized, magazine-sized comic book with 2 different covers. It's dark stuff from DC's Black Label. So Batman looks like Cthulhu there. It's Cthulhu Batman. Why not? Green Lantern. This is issue number 8, and we have, see here, how many different covers for Green Lantern? We've got 3 anyway. High of 70, okay. A high of 64 today, we're told. We'll see. Florida tends to be a little warmer than they claim. Green Lantern. Issue number 8. Oh, I like that cover. Green Lantern is the hero to be. Outsiders, issue number... Oh, these are great covers. Outsiders, issue number 4. Hitting the stands here at the Comics Club today. What a cool costume that is. Is that Batman Beyond? Visiting the Outsiders? What is that? And who's this girl sitting up on the roof of this place with gargoyles and ghosts? What next? Who knows? Red Hood, The Hill, issue number 1. Hitting the stands here at the Comics Club today. A couple of these DCs were supposed to be here last week, and I apologize for that. There was a bit of a mess up right at the wrong time, too. Sinister Sons, number 1. I like that cover. That's kind of fun. Got the son of Sinestro, the son of, what is this? The son of Shazam? Who is that? The son of Zod? Who is this other kid? Anybody know who this kid is? All right. This one. I don't know. I have to read it. You'll just have to read it. Speed Force is celebrating issue number 4 here. And they're playing some video game there. Boom, boom. And of course, we have Flash's running. Flash is running. What a crazy thing. And this one, celebrating Black History Month all month long. Lots of different covers in DC for Black History Month, as well as I think Marvel has some going too. Here's, speaking of Black History Month, Action Comics number 1062. And that's their Black History Month. That's John Iron's daughter, I believe. Anybody know her name or her hero name? I forget. Does she go by Steel as well, like her father? Did she take over for him? What's the story? Does anybody know? Tell me. Action Comics 1062. We got Bizarro on the cover. Him looking terribly strong. Action Comics, Superman sitting on the moon. Well, he's a very large Superman. And speaking of Bizarro, he's saying live. I think he means die, but he's Bizarro, so it's bizarre. Oh, what else we got here for DC? We have Batman number 143, which is the second installment of the Joker storyline. And everybody's mad at me. Yes, everybody's mad at me. Because 142, there was a mistake, and we weren't able to get all the copies we were supposed to. And so now it's going into second printing, and about a half of our people are only going to get second printings. And I do apologize for that. Every once in a while, there's a cop-up. You know, you try your best not to have these problems. But in 35 years, I've had very few of these kind of problems where I've missed out on comic books and caused a disappointment for our customers. I do apologize. These things can happen. And hopefully the second printing, which is an awesome Joker cover, will be satisfactory. Crime scene there. The Bat and the Joker going at it. Ooh, this is a creepy looking Joker, eh? Holy cow. Woohoo. And another Joker. Batman 143. Ooh, the Joker a little bit scared of the Batman. Oh. He usually just laughs at it. It doesn't seem to be bothered by anything that Batman does. So speaking of Batman and Robin. This one's all about Batman and Robin, and we're up to issue, what? This is issue number 6. What a great cover. Batman. He's Batman. Batman and Robin. Going after the Man-Bat in that one. And last but not least, we got Blue Beetle. Number 6, which is also, oh, look, it's a horizontal comic. Well, mostly. Anyway. And what's up next here? Let's have a look. I guess we're going to go with the indies, and something really, really awesome is hitting. An oversized comic book magazine is actually the second series that this has come out, the second time this has come out. And it is Penthouse comic books. This is not a comic book for kids, okay? So if you do purchase this, make sure it doesn't find its way in the hands of your children, unless this is the kind of way you want them to get their education. This is Penthouse Comics number 1. This is volume 2. Like this one, which is a great homage to Saturday Evening Post, I believe. Penthouse Comics. And this one is so graphic that they had to have a cover on it. But we put it in a bag for you. And in our society, the women who break down barriers are those who ignore limits. Oh, look at that. Inspiring words from Arnold Schwarzenegger about the women of our country. There you go. Or the women of the world. He says our society, but it's the women of the world. There you go. If you like your comic books erotic, Penthouse Comics is back. Anybody had the Penthouse comic books, the original series? Anybody else with me? I remember when they first came out way back. What was it, the 80s? Maybe it was I think it was the 80s. Alice Cooper is up to issue number 5. And he's one of the rock and roll icons that have been around for so long. And now all these 70-year-old guys saying, I'm 18 and I don't know what I want. Yes. Oh, that's a photo cover of Alice swinging on a hangman's noose. Firefly, the Fall Guys. I showed you the variant earlier. It looked like this, but it was a Virgin cover. And then we have this one. This is the Firefly, the Fall Guys, issue number 5. All right. Speed up the pace here a little bit so we can get this all completed by time it's time to get stuff ready to open. Let's see here. Bloodborne, the Black Dominion. This is issue number 4. That's a cool cover. Look at that. The Ghost Bride. It looks like they have one of those at Disney. A Ghost Bride, I think. Displaced. Are you displaced? There's a lot of displaced people in the world, unfortunately, due to war and everything. But this is a different kind of displaced. Issue number 1. Holy cow. Look at that. What a great cover. What are they looking at? So, all these people displaced. It's not about war. It's about something completely different and very strange. Jennifer Blood, Battle Diary. This is issue number 3. And there's our classic Jennifer Blood cover. That's just what Jennifer Blood. Look at all the weapons coming out from behind her. You think she has enough? I don't know. You think she'd have a little bit of armor there instead of just bare flesh. This one's called Mist, Dragon's Guard. It's not the Mist from the game Mist. This is a different Mist. Rebel Moon, issue number 2. If you picked up Rebel Moon last time, here's the second installment for you. And there's several different covers to choose from on this Rebel Moon. That's another thing that's interesting on the indie comics, which were so much of it horror. A lot of it's also science fiction. So if you're a science fiction fan and you didn't realize that a lot of the indie companies are covering science fiction stories, you should go check some of those out. Savage Red Sonja, issue number 4. What a great throne. What a great horse. What a great cover. That's Savage Red Sonja. Vampirella is getting into the action with Vampirella issue number 666. It's the end of the world as we know it. This is cosplay. Don't look too long. You might go blind. And let's see. Blue Book. This is the second series from Mr. Tinian. Blue Book issue number 1, volume 2. Got some visitors there. Look at that. David Mack cover. Gotta love a David Mack cover. The Hunger and the Dusk, issue number 6. Ministry of Compliance. This is issue number, what is this issue number? It's cover A of issue number 3. And I believe this is cover B. He won't talk, he says. We'll see what happens. Hollywood Special from IDW. It has several different covers to choose from. This is issue number 6. There's some strange stuff going on in this art. What the heck is that? Express to Love Metro with Vivian Drake and Lou Gaines. Ooh, Hollywood. Just in time for Valentine's Day. Hooray. Okay. And what's more, we have more. We have more, but we only have so much room. What's that, Mr. Happy? Oh, you wanted to say something about the comics? You know, we were at odds on what this secret word should be. I didn't want this secret word, but Mr. Happy was adamant. He had to have it. So here it is. The secret word is penthouse. I want it blank. Penthouse, as in penthouse comic books, as in the penthouse apartment, to the very top. Penthouse, looking up, looking down on everybody else. Penthouse Comics coming this week. Thank you so much, Mr. Happy. The secret word is penthouse. And if you know the secret word, it gets you 15% off any single item in the store. Some restrictions apply. And if you're a Discount Club member or subscriber, you get 20% off. And all you have to do is know the secret word. And that secret word is good from today all the way until Tuesday at 5 o'clock. And Wednesday next week, I'll give you a new secret word. If for some reason we don't have a show next week, the secret word from this show will carry on to the next one for 2 weeks. Okay, so you always have a secret word and always have a way to get a discount in the Comics Club at the store if you're local. Star Wars High Republic Adventures. This is issue number 3 of the current series. I recently saw some art that someone did that has a similar look to this. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, issue number 148. Really some amazing covers here. Look at this cover. I'm loving that cover. How cool is that? I gotta have one of those for me. Some interesting turtle covers going there. Yosagi Ujimbo, are you a fan? This is issue number 40. Of the Samurai Rabbit. The Witcher, are you a Witcher fan? This is number 404 of Witcher Wild Animals. Finally getting the finale. There it is. I showed you the variant cover for Creepshow earlier. It was a variant of this, I believe. Something like it had that character in it. And then this one. It's Joe Hill's Wolverton Station for Creepshow. Transformers, you saw the variant earlier of that one. This is issue number 5. Got a couple of different covers for you. It's interesting. The Oddly Pedestrian Life of Christopher Cross. This is issue number 7. That's a Tinian book, for those of you who are following Mr. Tinian and his writing. Masterpiece from Dark Horse, issue number 3. We got Blood Commandment. This is Blood Commandment issue number 4, I believe. Well, I'm finding a hard time finding the issue number on here. Yeah, it's issue number 4. Blood Commandment is a nod to the Godfather there. This one's also, this is a werewolf. Was it Underworld? Is that what this is? A homage to Underworld? I think. Kill Your Darlings. Sometimes I feel like it. Kill your... No, I don't really want to kill my darlings. They're very darling to me. Kill Your Darlings, though. That's issue number 6 of Kill Your Darlings. Blood Dozen, A Tale of the Shrouded Collage. Or is it College? Issue number 3. I Hate Fairyland. Do you hate Fairyland? I hate Fairyland. This is issue number 11 of I Hate Fairyland. Well, she's chopping somebody up with a spatula. Or no, what is that? a flipper. What do they call this device? It's I don't know. It's a pancake flipper, an egg flipper. So something's killing the children. Number 11. She's just not happy with Fairyland. She didn't want to be there in the first place. Dear editor, what can I say? He's in trouble. This is an interesting issue. I read this one. Kind of fun. I used to be an editor. I wasn't a Dear editor, although I sometimes got letters to Dear editor. The Deviant, issue number 4. Strange stuff there. Petrol Head. This is up to issue number 4 already. Who knew? Look at that thing. What the heck's going on there? Who's this little child? Is that Moon Girl? What is this? Is this a knockoff of Moon Girl here? No, I don't think so. But Scorched number 26. And you know, Todd McFarlane is about to see his Spawn character reach issue number 350. How crazy is that? 350. That is something. This is You and I, issue number 1. And Straczynski, as you can see, that name is on there. You and I, issue number 1. There's another cover for you. And You and I was a classic comic book. Were thought balloons on there. Just like the romance novel. Romance comic books covers. This is Tuskers. This is issue number 1 and 2 because I missed out on number 1 and we just got it in. And Tuskers is about, I believe, poachers in Africa. I'm not 100%. It's either that or it's animal, elephant lovers. They are beautiful creatures and huge. And there's a great back cover. Tuskers. I'm really not too certain about what the story is about. I think it's about poachers getting their comeuppance, which I hope, because poachers are horrible and evil. Evil people. And that was it for Indies. That was it for DC. How about Marvel? How about Marvel? What has Marvel been up to? What is Marvel about to present to us? Wolverine number 43, you saw the variant cover for that. We've got 3 different covers to show you. Regulars. Regular and a couple of regular variants. I mean, not ratio variants, in other words, not 1 in 25s or 1 in 10s or things like that. Wolverine, number 43. That looks awesome. Deadly Hands of Kung Fu. We're at issue number 3 for that. Got a Stormbreaker cover, which is the one that you can't really tell what it is until you turn it over. Stormbreaker cover for Deadly Hands of Kung Fu. And this is part of the Gang War series, as you can see. And we got the Echo original soundtrack advertisement on the back. Have you seen Echo? Did you read the comics with her in it? Darth Vader. Always an imposing figure. This is issue number 43. He just cut a perfectly circular hole through that metal with his lightsaber. And she's fast as lightning. But it's looking to me like one of them has got her in the leg there. Look, she's been hit. And there's that one. It's always nice to have a droid, with a built-in rocket. Get you out of tight spots. And this is Spider-Gwen Smash, a Stormbreaker cover. Spider-Gwen Smash. Stormbreaker cover. This is also a Stormbreaker cover for Spider-Gwen Smash number 3. We got a couple of them. And this is that new Spider. Miguel, I believe. Miguel O'Hara or something like that. I think. So we've got then this cover that actually has Spider-Gwen on it. Her face showing anyway. The other one had her on it. Thunderbolts, issue number 3. Justice like lightning. How fast is their justice? Maybe too fast. Maybe people deserve a trial. What do you think? And representation, trial by their peers. Moon Knight going at it with the other servant of, was it Khonshu? And Avatar of Khonshu, something like that. Awesome Moon Knight. He's sitting on his own grave there. That's interesting. And this, throwback cover. 1997 variant. 1997. Scarlet Witch and Quicksilver. You know, they're brother and sister in real life. In the comic books, they're brother and sister, and this is their own team-up book just happening. Scarlet Witch and Quicksilver. What they could do together. Look at that. Great, beautiful cover. Perfect Valentine's Day cover, kids. Look at all the beautiful flowers on there. And this beautiful foil gimmicky version, of course, because we love gimmicks. And the back has the logo in foil. Look at that. How cool is that? Beautiful, shiny foil cover. And, they don't even hit you up for any extra money. It's the same price as the rest. I don't know why some of these were like $6 and $8, $10 for foils when here it is, $4.99. And if you like her headdress, there it is with the black background. Not quite a blank cover, but awfully close. And this one, which is a throwback to 1997, a homage to those comics at that time. Amazing Spider-Man. You ever wonder the sound that his webbing, when it shoots out, the sound it makes? And they use a certain word in the comic books to represent that sound, and it's on the cover here. Flip, 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 flip. And we got spider webs everywhere. It's part of the Gang War storyline. Get the feeling somebody's going to die. Now, this is, of course, the Disney 100 tribute to X-Men #1. And that's one of the what ifs. And this is, of course, Amazing Spider-Man number 43. What if the Disney characters were the X-Men? How crazy would that be? But you only get the cover. You don't get that story inside. It's the regular story inside. Blade, issue number 8. Been doing these 1997 covers, not this one. But this one is a 1997 throwback cover. Gotta love that stuff. Beware the Planet of the Apes. Are you a Planet of the Apes fan? Because this is issue number 2. Somebody is knocking on my door. It's very inconvenient right now. Black Panther, number 9. And Daredevil. This is Daredevil Black Armor. This is issue number 4. I'll have to look that up. Aga horn sound for Spider-Man's web release. I'm not familiar with that. I'm going to have to look that one up there, Juggernaut. Daredevil. And this is Miles Morales Spider-Man. It's part of the Gang War storyline. And it also has a Stormbreaker cover. There it is. And then we have a couple other covers. With the Gang War logo going across there. A couple spiders swinging on the cover there. Miles Morales Spider-Man, issue number 16. Second series for Superior Spider-Man, where Doc Ock takes over. And this is issue number 4 of the second series for that. Fall of the House of X, issue number 2. Covers galore. Okay, I know what you're talking about now. Is it like that? Arga, arga, like that? That's a strange sound for the spider webs to make. And this one. Look at this one. She's phasing through this bus. Look at the people's reaction to Kitty phasing through the bus. Wow. How cool is that? What a great cover that is. Night Thrasher is back on the scene, and he's got a #1 comic hitting the stands today with just probably too many covers for this character. But who knows? Maybe people will fall in love with Night Thrasher all over again. Well, it's a good time for Night Thrasher to come back out because it is, after all, February. There's that 97 throwback cover. So, and we get a horizontal cover from the Brothers Hildebrandt. How cool is that? And lastly, but not leastly, we got this cover. So, congratulations to Night Thrasher on getting a book again all these years later. There you are, boys and girls. Thank you so much for joining us. I really appreciate it. That was a lot of stuff. We have a lot of stuff to do before we open. Hopefully we get it done on time. So, again, thank you. Don't forget to leave a comment down below. Give us a thumbs up and tell your friends about us so they can come and actually maybe win a prize. There's so many prizes to be won. So, and remember, read. It brings up